Yo, 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 what's going on, people? Of course, we are back in this thing. 86 Boxing here. Josh, you can call me that. Here with my man, Skywalker Boxing. What's good with you, Skywalker?
Hey, happy holidays. Glad to be back on. It's been a few weeks, man. But we
Did my
got a great.
man. Oh, my bad. My bad.
You
Go
good,
ahead.
man?
Go ahead.
No, I said just looking forward to this interview with 8-0, 8 knockouts, the Tsunami Cologne. So
Yes,
let's go.
sir. Yes, sir. Did my man Papi Choon Yayo. What's good with you?
Y'all already know your boy full from all them chopped cheeses the ladies left me for Christmas. Yeah, feel me. No, man. Everything's good, man. Just happy to be here doing this interview.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, special guest. Skywalker mentioned it, but very special guest, friend of the show. He's been here before. You've seen him, known as the Tsunami, if you know what that means. So you know he's bringing that wrecking crew with him there. None other than Keith Cologne himself. What's good with you there, Keith? Glad to have you back in the mix, man.
What's going on? What's going on?
Good stuff. Good stuff. So I suppose, considering we're only a couple of days into the new year, so something must be brewing there on your end. What's good? 2026 is right around the corner. What's good with you?
For sure, I got to fight January 10th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-hmm. And you fought there last time, right? On the Danny Garcia card.
Right.
That was your last fight, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I fought there my last fight.
Okay, so no stranger there. You heard it here, folks. Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York, and that's a nice spot right there for sure. So that's saying something. You're getting right back in there, January, man. Hey, that's got to feel good, to be getting this work. Just staying active and when an opportunity presents itself, you seem to always be ready for it.
Yeah, that's why we stay in the gym, stay prepared. Just always stay training. I'm early on in my career, so you gotta kind of move in this type of way. You can't just be in the gym when it's time when you signed the deal for a fight. You gotta be in there all year round.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man, I know the WBB, they crowned you Prospect of the Year. Man, I'm going to give you a round of applause for 2025. You held it down. 100% knockout ratio, folks. 8-0, 8 knockouts. It looks so easy, man, for you in there. I know you were in the amateurs, man. You have a lot of experience in the amateurs, but has the pros been a real easy experience for you so far?
I'm not gonna say it's been easy because training is always hard. Each time each training camp gets harder and harder. Push myself more and more. My team push me, so I'm not gonna say it's been easy, but I work hard to make the fights easy.
It shows, man. I mean, when you're in there, the reason I brought up easy is because you make it look easy in the ring, knocking these guys out, man. They put up a fight, man, but you're cool, you're calm, and you're calculated, man.
Yeah,
A lot of your shots, man, are crazy shots, man, like the ones that they least expect, and it puts them out, man. And
yeah,
so cool. That's the big difference with the pros. You can put them out, man. The headgear comes off, and the gloves get lighter. So
yeah. It's a big difference. It's a big difference.
Yeah, man. I had a look at who your opponent that you're facing next, and it looks like it's someone that Shakur fought back in 2019. When I was rewatching that fight, man, it was giving me Jake Paul vibes. My man was on the skates the whole time. Like Shakur had to pin him
Yeah.
down. My man used a lot of lateral movement. Have you watched any film on this guy?
Yeah, I mean, I watch some film, not too much. I really let my coaches, my team, they watch the film, and when I'm in the gym training, I work on the things that they conclude to, like, all right, if you do this or X, Y, and Z. But I'm in my head, I'm going against a top level fighter. I don't underestimate nobody. At the end of the day, he got more experience than me. He fought for world titles. He been in the ring with top level competition. So I'm gonna look at him as, real test. However he come in there, January 10th is how he come in there. But You know, I'm training for the best, for the best opponent, and it's gonna show.
Yeah, definitely. Alberto has definitely he's been around for quite some time for sure. Yeah. So definitely, man. You know, I know I'm looking forward to it personally, to see how you're gonna look against a vet. You know, the vets got they got they tool bag kind of deep, man. They can go in there and do some real slick type stuff, man. So definitely looking forward to see how
Yeah,
you solve that riddle, you know. And I know
for
your
sure.
camp is preparing you the right way for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
good
but
stuff. That's good. So I wanted to say real quick. Hey, while we're here, of course, we thank everyone that's in the mixer here real quick. But YouTube at Keith Cologne,
Yeah.
Instagram at official Keith Cologne. I got that right there.
Yeah.
At official Keith Cologne on Instagram, YouTube at Keith Cologne. Go check that out right now. Go ahead, Ernest.
yeah, one other thing, man. I know. So I mean, you had 5 fights this year, and you know you're already. I thought you was going to be getting a little bit of a break, like maybe at least to February or something. But you hopping right back in there in January. Please tell me you at least got to sample some of the good Christmas food, fam. At least a sample. I know you can't go hard, but
I'm sorry, I ain't get that. My Wi-Fi had turned off. What you say
okay.
again?
Yeah, man. So last year, you know, or this year, you fought 5 times, and you know, I was assuming or hoping that you would have got a little bit of a break, but you hopping right back in there in January, and with you know, Christmas just passed, so I just
Yeah.
wondered, were you able to get a little sample of the food, or are you still holding back until after the fight?
Um. Yeah. Nah. So. I had. I mean, if you want to talk about food, you know, Thanksgiving, you know, kind of had it all. So you know, I was
Okay.
chilling off that. Yeah, you know, but just jump right back into it. January. I knew I was gonna get in a ring early January, but I didn't know how soon. You know, but you know, 2026 is like, you know, this year for me, the way how I'm looking at it is, you know, last year and the year before that one, you know, we was coming into the pros, so we wanted to get a lot of fights. Now, you know, it's not about continuing getting a lot of fights. Yes, I'm gonna still be active, you know, but it's also about being patient and waiting for the right opportunities, you know, because in the beginning it was about building, you know, building up, you know, the career, getting experience, start climbing up the ladders. But now it's like, all right, now, you know, you want to be, you know, particular about when I'm fighting, where I'm fighting, and who I'm fighting, you know, because you know now I'm going up to the 8 rounders. So January, great card, Fresh Productions, Barclays Center, Matthias Smith, undercard. That's a great card for me. You know, predominantly Puerto Rican card, and you know, I'm looking to just keep moving in that type of direction of fighting on big cards, or you know, some going to fall through, but at the end of the day, it's just you know now it's starting to like crack, like you know, carve out the career and move in the right direction and be particular about where we go, not just fighting anywhere, you know, just for the experience.
I was gonna ask you. This card is super stacked. I was gonna let everybody know. Subriel Matias is going up against Dalton Smith, and you also got Nestor Bravo, Henry Cedeno. You got a fully stacked card. Where is it gonna be streamed on like Millions, or do you know where they're gonna stream it at?
It's gonna be on Direct TV. It's gonna be on payperview.com. Uh, I don't think it's gonna be on Millions, but Direct TV and pay per view. It's a couple more, but those are the two that come to mind right now.
Okay. Yeah, I want to watch that. That card. That card is fully stacked, man, from the bottom
Yeah,
to the top. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. Hey, so considering that, because you're jumping right back in there, when we last had spoke with you, I know you mentioned you were going to take a little time off. Did you actually take any time off as far as from the gym?
yeah. So I think after my fight, took like a week off. You know, then I was like cruising in the gym, and then I kind of took like a little vacation, and then came right back, and I had a date. So yeah, I took some time off.
Okay, good to go. No, I like that. So, man, when we see you, one of the things is you look the same every time, and I think that's a good thing right there. You know what I'm saying? But just thinking about because it's different for some. You know, they blow up at the camps, all that type of stuff. But I can't say consistently you look the same, like you're ready.
Yeah,
You're right there to just step in there right now, around your weight and all of that stuff. And I imagine that's got to be a plus right there, and that's certainly something you want to continue here as your career continues forward.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, nah, I try not to, I try to stay disciplined, and also it's a lot of guys, like it's a lot of guys in my camp. So like
Hmm.
um, even when I'm not fighting, it's like, I got other guys in my camp that's fighting, and we push each other. We help each other. We work with each other all the time, so we help get each other better. And with that, even on my off, like even when I'm not in camp, like I still work hard, and I'm doing stuff with them, pushing them for their fights.
Gotcha.
And salute to Remy. Salute to Remy. Happy holidays.
So yeah, salute to you, Remy. Hey, real quick though, salute to Remy. Salute to everyone who's dropped in again. We're here with Keith Cologne, Keith Tsunami Cologne. We dropped it in the chat for those that may not have seen it, but at official
Yeah.
Keith Cologne on Instagram, on YouTube, at Keith Cologne. If you put that in the search bar, it will pop up. I guarantee you that. So we appreciate everyone who dropped in. Remy the Bud Files who's in the mix. Leo Picasso, thank you for dropping by as well. We're here with Keith Cologne there, and as he noted, if you're just joining us, he noted he's got a fight coming up in January, and he fought not too long ago, as a matter of fact. So we're talking about that consistency and being able to stay in there in the ring.
Yeah.
And for some fighters, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So, but
We
go
just
ahead, Skywalker.
Yeah, we just had your stablemate on the show a couple of weeks ago. We did it on Instagram. Me and Papi Choon Yayo. We had Josiah Kirkpatrick, and he's looking sharp too. He's following that game plan, and the sky's the limit, man. And also, man, you guys have a good following, man. Like I know that his fight had fell through, but he had rented a bus
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Those
yeah,
are all good ideas for fighters, man. To take support with you, especially if you guys are traveling, renting a bus, getting tickets sold. And that's a great thing, man, what you guys are doing.
yeah.
Mhm.
Nah, we try, man. We try. Even on like the lowest level, the lowest, like even if it's not like a big car, even if it's not a big car, we try pack the whole fight card, or I'm sorry, the attendance. We, like how you said, we got a pretty good audience, we got a pretty good following, so it's always a good outing.
And how's school, man? I know right now are you off till spring or?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's basically I'm on to spring, so this right here they call it like
Mhm.
winter phase almost, or like winter courses, but it's the winter time, so we off right now, come back in the spring. This right here be my last semester, so yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
Hmm.
that's a good
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you're one of our favorite fighters to interview, man, because I mean, the way you carry yourself as a professional, I think that is, that's top notch, man. And I believe that the sponsors and people they'll get behind you. Like the key to the city is just waiting for you to pick up. You know what I'm saying, and unlock the doors. And we definitely appreciate the way that you're bringing your fans along with you, because at the end of the day, when if media starts dogging you out and not giving you your fair go, your fans are always going to be there to have your back online, and that's important nowadays. So
For sure.
we definitely appreciate that you bring us along with you.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. So I know that you had a lot of fights this last year. Do you think this fight that you're going to have now is going to boost you into you know past the prospect mode, maybe into the contender type atmosphere? Is that what this fight is intended to do?
Um, in the long run, yes. But do I think this one fight right here is going to do it? Nah, not necessarily. I feel like once like this guy that I'm fighting, he contended for a world title. I don't think he ever had a world title or won a world title. I feel like the fights that's gonna put me into contender status is when I started going against like former world champions. Um, like this guy I'm fighting, he's more so like they'll call him like a journeyman in the boxing game, you know. Um, an experienced journeyman, you know, not just like any type of journeyman, experienced journeyman. He fought for a world title. He didn't win a world title, but you know, that contender status in my eyes at least, I feel like is when like, you know, young fighters when they fight, you know, former world champions, people that had titles before, held titles, and you know, reigned and campaigned at weight classes.
Right.
No, that's good stuff. Interesting, you know. And speaking of that, you know what I'm saying. Just thinking about it in terms of yourself, in terms of what you've been doing thus far. You're in New Jersey, of course. We know there are a lot of top-notch fighters out of New Jersey right now who are doing their thing. Well, how do you feel? Where do you feel you're at? You know, if you had to put a sort of timeline on it in terms of getting to that former world champion type level of competition, where do you feel you're at right now?
I mean, I could have done it this fight. You know, I could have done this fight. You know, I'm not fighting 4 rounds or 6 rounds. This is an 8 round fight. Um, you know, that's the beginning of the contenders. You know,
Yeah.
when you go in the 8 rounders, um, you know, eight and 10 is like just 2 rounds apart. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely there. You know, whether it's this or whether it's next fight or the fight after that, whichever one it may be. But you know, I believe I'm ready right now.
Interesting. No, but hey, that's a good thing though. You know, in terms of your team, you know, and how they choose to manage you, as far as because we know that sometimes there are those who don't have the right people in place, and that can ruin a fighter there early on. So,
Yeah.
even though you may be ready now and you're not getting that per se, all of this sort of builds up to it. Can you speak to kind of like your team? Because I know we talked about it when we were like first speaking with you and everything, but man, just thinking about the first interview to now and seeing how you've been guided, and especially doing it from an independent standpoint, man, I think some people could benefit from knowing how the team matters in that sense.
Right.
Yeah, the team having a good team, having having people having people that's around you that's just something in the boxing game. You know, they say like, oh, don't trust nobody. It's a lot of sneaks. You know, you gotta, it's every man for themselves. But you know, having a team around you, having a good team around you. You know, me, I got my dad, my coach. Been my coach since like my first fight since my
Yep.
last amateur tournament. So, I know these people that's around me, they want, the best, what's in my best interest. They just didn't come around when I turned pro or when they seen I like, or when they seen something in me, So that's how I know I got a good team. And anybody we pull along, just best believe it's only going to enhance who we are and who I am. But I said to say like having a team is very important. Having a good team is either gonna make or break your career.
Yeah. Man, you got that boogeyman reputation. I was talking to a matchmaker that works with you sometimes, and he says, "Man, these guys are scared of Keith, man. You know what? That smoke from Keith." And I think back in the day, if you think Tyson, Tyson was the boogeyman at heavyweight, and a lot of people didn't want to fight him, man, because his reputation and knocking people out. It takes a good support system and sponsors. Like back then, you had Don King. He had a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But it takes money because that next level. I know you're ready for that next level. Like you were saying, the content to be a contender, and it's gonna take some money because these guys are gonna be scared of you, bro. You
Yeah, exactly.
may talk
Unfortunately, that's how
slow,
the
people take the money. You know what I mean? As long as you
yeah,
got,
yeah. That's how the boxing business work.
yeah,
Like that. Some people they want to fight you, for like a reasonable price, but they're
yeah.
like I'll fight you for like a unreasonable price, and sometimes you got to give it out. So it happens.
Shout out to Thomas, man. He's the one that put me on to Keith back in the day when you were making your pro debut. I already knew about you in the amateurs because of your Aruba and stuff, and I already knew about you. You're a badass in the amateurs too. You're one of those elite killers, So I always tell people go that USA boxing route. It's never too late. They do, and even if you're older and you got that itch, they do have the masters. Just get involved with the amateur boxing, man. It puts you on another level, especially when you go pro. You got a lot of guys that don't have that experience. Just like the same with college, you're not college educated in something. You're probably not going to be as good as someone that is, So get into USA boxing, get into the amateurs. You had a lot of fights in the amateurs too, huh? You had 80 fights or
65.
Nah, I had about
this is tournaments though, Ernest.
I had about between 70 and 80 fights. A lot of the fights on that's on Box Strike, they don't come up. You gotta remember I had fought overseas, like towards later end of my amateur career, I fought a lot overseas, like my last 3-4 years. So, traveling, overseas, I don't know how they do that, but even a lot of my early fights, aren't even on Box Strike. Also.
Yeah. My kids are just starting their journey, so I'm like your dad, how he was with you, so looking at your dad
every weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your dad. There's a few people I look at, man, and you guys give me like the blueprint, man, like what it takes to make my kids successful, or you know what I'm saying? As long as I know that they're training hard, because boxing's not no play sport. You gotta give it 100% commitment, discipline, be in that gym every day.
Yeah.
Everything got to be right. You know what I mean? Your core, your running, your sparring. That shit ain't easy. It's not an easy sport. And but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tip I give you, man, is try to get just keep trying. Being in Albuquerque is a little different than being in Jersey, but go just try to go to as many tournaments. As many tournaments. They got even the small ones, man. What's the one in
I'm on Conquer, so I'm trying to go to Phoenix. I'm trying to go to Texas. I'm trying to go to Colorado. So I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna travel too. Just around here though. But I can keep them busy. I'm signing them up for fights. I got them signed up for February.
Okay.
So I'm on it, man. I'm gonna try to take.
Just get them fighting every weekend, every other week.
Yeah.
That's another route to go. Every other week.
Yeah. Golden gloves.
Silver gloves. There's a lot of different kinds.
Can't replace experience. I will say that. That's one of the things. Yeah, when you get some of that experience there on the amateur side, man, that's something that's sort of irreplaceable in some sense.
Hey, let me ask you a kind of a different type of question. So, this is the holiday season, and not everybody celebrates holidays or whatnot. But are you involved in any sort of way in the community? Like, here where I'm at in Hampton, Virginia, like we have Allen Iverson, we have Tyrod Taylor, we have Jerry Forrest, we have all of these, at Missy Elliott, we have all these super athletes that come back and actually do stuff with the community. They hand out stuff for shelters. Are you getting involved in anything like that?
Yeah. Right now, like for Christmas and New Year's, just for the simple fact that you just gotta manage. You can't be like you can't be everywhere. You know what I'm trying to say? So right now, just focusing on the fight. But before I have fought, like let me see. Before my last fight, we did a shoe giveaway. I did a shoe giveaway with Jake Paul. We was aiming at doing a turkey giveaway. That just kind of fell through, just not more so on my end, but on the contributors end, just sad thing. It was just like a lot of just things that just fell through, but that's what we was aiming for, a turkey giveaway in 2 locations in New Jersey. But that's gonna always be around, back to school drive, like these type of things, and just not only just giving back to the community, but actually being in the community. I done had a whole youth baseball team. in every game I was there, or if I wasn't training, or in school, I was there every game, showing up, giving out game balls, just interacting with the community.
Yeah.
For me, it's fun, doing those types of things, and you'll be surprised, like once you in a community, and then you go on to like everyday life activities, you still see these people. It's like, oh wait, that was, the sponsor for the baseball team. Now they want
Yeah.
to come see you
Yeah.
fights. They see you at certain places, and so it always comes full circle.
Are you still involved with the amateur system too? Do you guys have a youth team at your gym that you help out with, and you go support them and stuff like that, or help
Yeah,
train?
so my at my gym we got a couple amateurs still. They not fighting as much just because it's just like it's they a little bit on the younger side, so like they still do the 1 day shows, the typical stuff like that. But and they at that stage where it's like they've been boxing when they was younger. Now they in the school, so they want to try different things. But it's up to them, whether they want to keep doing it. You know, we like how you said before, it's a blueprint. It's
Yeah,
a recipe. We got the recipe for success. So, um, it's wide open if they want to pursue it for sure.
nice. Yeah, we got a whole squad over here, man. A bunch of kids that want to fight, man. So I
Oh
kind
yeah,
of got into coaching, man. And I never thought I'd be a coach, man. And this last year kind of surprised me, man. So
Yeah,
I've been
sometimes you
running,
just kind of
I've been doing a lot of stuff that I haven't been doing. So it's good.
Yeah,
sure.
sometimes you just kind of adapt it. They go from helping. You see somebody that could use your help. They go from transportation to the fights to
Yep.
dang Skywalker. I don't got a coach today.
Yeah,
Like you want to be
I
in a
be doing events
corner.
for like kids
Yeah,
every night,
so
man. And yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, real quick, we're here with Keith Cologne, folks. We've said it once, we'll say it again. At official Keith Cologne on Instagram. At Keith Cologne here. If you search that, all you have to do put it in the search bar. At Keith Cologne, it will pop up. I guarantee you that we're here with him right now. Go check him out, folks. Keith, I was going to ask you, man, what keeps you humble? You know what I'm saying? Humble out here in these streets and all of that stuff. Because I remember it might have been 4 interviews ago, or I can't remember how many it's been. When we first asked you, you were still coming up, and you're getting your name and all that stuff. You just keep growing. You keep popping up on television, all that good stuff. What keeps you kind of humble and grounded?
for me at least, nothing major, in my eyes that ain't happened yet. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. These fights that I'm in, I'm supposed to win. I work hard. You know, I put in the work. So this is what I'm supposed to do. These guys that's in front of me, I was supposed to knock them out. And come January 10th, it's gonna be the same thing. But I just stay grounded because I'm not where I want to be at. It's a lot more that I aspire to achieve. It's a lot more that I want. Uh, yeah, I just keep it at that.
So Keith, I mean, you're averaging like 1.5 rounds or 2 rounds, what I'm saying, per fight, man. So I mean, are we expecting to see? I mean, are we expecting to see some more work out of you in this next fight, or what I'm
nope.
saying, or are you gonna step on him if he don't belong in there with you? Like what can we look forward to?
Uh, it depends. It depends how tough. It depends how tough this guy is. But like I said, I'm preparing for the best for the best opponent that's gonna be in front of me that night. So I'm in
Yeah,
shape, and I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be in there. Doing what I do, man. And
yeah,
if he not in shape, if he not prepared, if he ain't been watching tape, it's gonna show. So,
yeah.
um, yeah, you're gonna see the same version of myself, just a 10 times better version. So,
Yeah.
come January 10th, you guys.
Yeah. Hey, look, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Don't let the pressure of being 100% knockout ratio get to you, man. You know, the main focus
Mm-hmm.
is to stay undefeated, you know, and win
Yeah.
the fight. And you know, them rounds are good for you too, man. So you know, your real supporters, bro. We don't care. We don't care if you get a knockout, bro. You know what I'm saying? We want you to win. And I know that there's always pressure on these kind of fighters. You know, you got these fighters that come in. You've seen it with Berlanga back in the day too.
You know,
And
for sure. Not to say, you know, if I get my opponent hurt, of course, you know, try to get him up out of there. But for the most part, you know, I just go to work. You know, that's the mindset. Go to work. Don't wait. You know, practice and implement what I've been training in the gym into the fight. So, you know, that's the game plan, and that's what my coaches send me out there to do. It's just like, all right, you know, we practice this. Like, it's no reason for you to be holding back. There's no reason for you to be second guessing yourself, trusting your abilities. But that's the whole purpose of training, being in the
yeah,
training camp, and just working hard every day.
yeah. And some of your knockouts, they're knockouts that you didn't even expect, bro. Remember
Yeah,
your last fight, you hit him with something that came from somewhere else, and you're like, man, I didn't even sit on that punch.
yeah. Nah, I didn't at all. It's just, you know, when you're in a fight, you just get in a rhythm. You get in a rhythm. You figuring out your opponent, trying different things, and sometimes you just hit the jackpot.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's, what,
Let's
that's
get
what's
you.
up right there. Hey, that's definitely what's up. I mean, you know, knowing what I know, I suppose, just from being around the gyms and stuff, yeah, even though you're having your first 8 rounder, probably not anything strange to you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not at all, not at all.
That's what's up right there. That's what's up. That's what folks so for sure what goes into the background, a lot of work being put in. So
Yep,
believe me when I tell you they're putting in that type of work and building up to that to that level or whatever it may be, you know. So I suspected that's the case there with you just knowing how you carry yourself and all of that stuff. And hey, it all builds towards this. So you're building towards that moment because you've already said kind of what your ultimate goals are, you know what I'm saying? And hey, you're building towards that right now. So this is the stuff that
exactly,
kind of takes you to that point.
exactly. Yeah, and you know, it's like, you know, by you saying that, I immediately thought about, like, you know, when Tank, you know, how when Tank was coming up,
Yeah.
and you know how some of his fights, like, he still won, but you know, a lot of after the fights, people like, dang, look like Tank not focused. He ain't make
Mm-hmm.
the weight, or you know, he wasn't active, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. You know, he still won. You know, so that's like, I try to stay away from those allegations. You know, you know, nobody knows what goes on behind the scenes. You know, nobody knows the inside scoop. But for the most part, if you just keep your head down, keep working hard, you know, keep doing what you gotta do, especially just working hard in the gym, listening to your coaches. You know, you stay away from a lot of you know, negativity and a lot of allegations. You know, so that's really my motto. Just keep working hard, staying down. I'm not where I want to be at, you know. So I got a long way to go.
Hey, real quick, that's a good point right there. You brought up there, Keith, because I think that gets a lot of people right there in terms of the do you like as far as the chatter, all of that stuff that is out there, social media, major, you know, a lot of people say some crazy stuff on social media and all that stuff. Do you see some of that stuff because you got your own YouTube and all of that? You know, I know you got a team and all of that stuff. Do you see some of this stuff that's happening? Some of these crazy comments because you have the good, you get the good, and then you get the just delusional, crazy stuff right there. How do you handle that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, sometimes I see it, but like, if I'm being honest, if I'm not in the gym, if I'm not on here, you know, doing interviews, I'm not, you know, it's like any person, you know, they go to work and then they go home to their life. You know, and that's the same thing with me. I'm in the gym, I'm at work. When I go home, I'm with my family, chilling, you know, on the phone with my sister, brother, grandmother, mother, you know, like, got my nephew over here. So it's like a lot of stuff, you know, you you feel me? You gotta really understand what's worth your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got them algorithm demons.
Yeah,
Them algorithm demons will get on you real fast. It'd be hard to
right.
get away from, you know. Man, we listen, man. We love, like I said, man. Again, you know, we love the way that you carry yourself. It's very professional, and you know, the first professional thing a person can do is make weight at a fight. You know,
Yeah,
and we just, you know, if you just say, for example, you get sick or you get to a place they ain't got a sauna or something like that, man, let the fans know, because you know what I'm saying, you're doing too much work to get your name up, man. If people do get
yeah,
sick, things do happen, you know what I'm saying? You know, be like, hey, look, man, this was a tough weight cut for me or something like that. But just, you know,
yeah,
because I think a lot of fighters hold on to what's going on with them. I mean, obviously, you don't want to give the opponent you don't want to tip them off or nothing like that. But I hate to see it when somebody miss weight, and you know, we start going in on them. The internet is relentless about holding people accountable to weights and things like that. So, you know, like I said, man, you're a professional. You're carrying yourself the right way, and you know, that's what I just hope to continue to see, because it's good for us to be able to say, hey, listen, this kid is an American. He's doing this thing, and what could you possibly say bad about him?
yeah, yeah, for sure. You know, and then a little bit more about the weight cuts. You know, this is more like another insight. You know, from a boxer's perspective. You know, if anybody that never really experienced a weight cut, you know, some people they at a point in their career where they much older, they can't keep cutting weight. You know, they can't do that to their body. You
Mhm.
know, their body just doesn't allow that. And I say that to say is, um, every weight cut, you know, is different. You know, sometimes, you know, last camp your body was able to cut off 5 pounds in a day. I'm sorry, in a day or a week. But this time it's like your body just hit a wall. You know, for some reason your body just fighting it. You know, it ain't nothing. It don't have nothing to do with your dedication, your hard work, your nutrition. It's just your body. You know, your body reacts different. You know, each and every weight cut. So but the ones that continuously make weight each and every fight, kudos to them, man, because that just really shows, you know,
Mhm.
who really is on game and dedicated, because it's not easy.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I know you got a good team, fam, but I sure hope to God that they don't let the pressure of, because I mean you're doing, I mean you're getting fighters out of there. And a lot of times when we have athletic melanated brothers that are doing their thing in the sport, they try to put them at a disadvantage to give somebody else an advantage, like move them up a weight class or two to try to, you know what I'm saying, see if somebody could actually beat them, man.
Yeah,
I hope your team got that down on lock. And I promise you, man, if they try to move you too fast out of weight class and you tell us, hey, I get the puppet out and get to going to work on them, I promise you that. We will joke them into oblivion if they, you know what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna call it out.
yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, and hey, this is gonna be the third year right here, which is crazy. I'd imagine looking back on it since you debuted in 2024, you're going into 2026. And man, sometimes time flies, and then yeah, it's stuff is a breeze and all of that stuff. But going into 2026, uh, a lot of people they have resolutions and all that stuff. You don't necessarily have to have a resolution, but what do you want 2026 to be for Keith Cologne, Keith Tsunami Salone, 2026 at the end? What do you want it to essentially spell? The story it tells.
Uh, More blessings, more success, man. That's really it. More blessings, more success. Can't really ask for much more.
Straight up, straight up. There it is, there, folks. Hey, I can't knock that right there. That's good stuff right there. Keith Tsunami Salone, Cologne, folks. Again, at Keith Cologne here on YouTube. You put that in the search, you will find him at official Keith Cologne on Instagram. So what are you doing here for the for as we lead into this new year right here? Like you plan on watching any fireworks, things of that nature, gonna just kind of chill out, lay low. What's good for you here heading into 2026 as we turn it over that day?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure. You know, definitely training. You know, keeping the priorities the same. Training again in the gym, making sure everything is you know, making sure I'm on track. You know, for my fight January 10th, and then
Mhm.
you know, whatever happens really happens. Uh, you know, I'll be a fool to you know just think about New Year, let me go have fun. You know, like without training
Yeah,
or something crazy like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
yeah,
Whole time
make
I got a
sure.
fight coming up.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
you know, my main priority, you know, even on New Year's is just training. Uh, you know, keeping my head, keep staying level headed. My New Year starts January 10th, man. January 10th, that's the New Year for me.
Yes, sir. Hey, and that's why I said watching fireworks. I don't want to see you out there on a video trying to light some crazy stuff and all that stuff. We know how to do it,
yeah.
athletes.
Be have missing a nub.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, I tell you what I'm doing for New Year's Eve. First of all, that's my anniversary, but second of all, I'm taking the biggest dump I could possibly take. I'm leaving all the shit in 2025 because it was a great year for boxing, but it was some bullshit happening this year, man. I advise everybody to do the same thing. Empty them guts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Start there.
TMI right there. TMI.
No, it's not too much information. You're supposed to lead it in the past. You feel me?
But how you go about it?
Oh, hey, what you go? So you gonna take it all with you with the 2026, bro?
No, we can get it out of there. We're gonna get it out of here for sure. Well, no, that's what's up right there. Hey, we appreciate it there. Appreciate it. Keith Tsunami Cologne in the building there, folks. Man, we appreciate you as always there, Keith. You know, it's always good to have you in the mix, man. Hey, we're proud to see you continue to do your thing as that torch stays lit. Keep getting that shine. I mean, the sky is the limit there, and you seem to have that mindset that will take you to that next level and maintaining and keeping that focus. Hey, that's what's gonna get you far in this sport, no doubt about it.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, man. As far as that, anything you want to leave the fans with there, Keith? We know you're fighting on January. I imagine they'll be on the lookout. You
Yeah.
do anything? Where can they get tickets? All that good stuff.
Yeah, like you said, man, January 10th, another spectacular performance on the way. Anyone interested in, you know, getting tickets for the fights, you could DM me on Instagram at official keep cologne or call, you know, the number that's on the flyer, you know. If you see it, you see it. But yeah, it's a great night of boxing, January 10th. Be on the lookout.
yeah, yeah. Pro State's out there, man. Raheem, man, you got to go out there at the
Uh-huh.
Barclays Center, January 10th. Thomas will be there. I know Thomas will be there too.
Thomas.
Everybody gonna be there, man. Everybody gonna be there. So, you know, it's a stat card. I'm on a card. You know, so we just showing out, you know, showing out in all aspects. Jersey, North, New York, Philly.
Yeah, Thomas said he'll be there. Yeah,
Yes,
send
sir.
me some footage, Thomas. I'll break the highlight reels, man. You gotta tell me what kind of music you want, though, Key. I'll be putting music with your knockouts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thomas gonna show up at the event like Al Pacino.
Yeah, he'll send me that footage on WhatsApp,
Yeah.
bro. I'll get it out to the public in 5 minutes, bro, or 2 minutes, bro. After your knockout, it'll be out. I just gotta get the right song, bro. So that's what takes me the longest.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, we appreciate everyone being in the mix. Hey, we might be back to talk some of the other boxing that took place here in a little bit. If not, of course, we're going to catch you in 2026. And of course, we're going to be talking about Keith. So we're going to be happy to have you back here after you go in there, do your thing, because we already know how you get locked in. You know what I'm saying there. So we appreciate you there, Keith, and appreciate everyone being in the mix as well.
Most definitely. Appreciate you guys.
All right, everyone. Hey, enjoy the rest of your 2025 for sure. And if we don't see you, 2026 right around the corner. So